Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and in this video, we are talking about Heroes Unlimited and just the attributes of combat. So let's get started. In Heroes Unlimited, there's attributes for combat. And what I mean by this is you will have like your to hit, you will have something like a parry, a dodge, and other things. Now, you get abilities from different hand-to-hand styles that you can do in combat and things like that as well. So, with that, though, I want to focus on the three big things. That's to hit, to parry, and to dodge. Now, when you are making a character, you are going to choose a hand-to-hand style. If you don't choose a hand-to-hand style, you get less attacks per round. And just so you know right up front, a melee round is 15 seconds. In 15 seconds, you can do quite a bit, typically, in Heroes Unlimited. It's not uncommon at first level for a character to have upwards of 5 attacks. You get 2 up front for being a trained fighter. You get 2 from your hand-to-hand style, whether it's martial arts, expert, so on and so on. You also can get a bonus one just by taking the boxing skill. So that's 5 attacks at first round. That's a lot, but most of the time you're not going to spend all 5 attacks attacking. You might choose to parry an attack if somebody tries to punch you. You might try to dodge if somebody is throwing something at you. You might choose to roll with the punch if somebody does hit you. There's a lot of different things you can do. Some super abilities or hand-to-hand styles might give you something like an auto dodge or an auto parry. And this then doesn't use one of your attacks. And that is huge because in combat, you are going to want all the actions you have to go towards dealing damage. Otherwise, you're playing defense the whole time. And that can get dangerous pretty quick. Now, if you do decide to do a parry or a dodge, you have to declare it before the guy hits you. So it's an opposed roll. It's very easy to hit a character in this game. A roll of 5 or higher typically hits a character. In fact, the book says a roll of 5 to 12 would usually strike unless parried, but would only inflict damage to the body armor, whether they're wearing a hard armor or vest. So a roll of a 5 to 12 is going to affect body armor. If they're not wearing body armor, that goes to the character themselves. So a 5 or higher will hit. If they're wearing body armor, it's between 5 and whatever the armor rating is of the armor. This is a big deal. Once the armor's SDC is all gone, well, then the armor is useless. So you could literally punch a bulletproof vest into oblivion. You may decide as a player to parry. If you're doing that, you're going to roll a d20, and the person trying to hit you is going to roll a d20. You apply the appropriate bonuses from your, parry skill, and they're going to apply the proper bonuses from their to hit skill, and then you resolve it. Now, a parry is an automatic action for anybody trained in a hand-to-hand type. But if you're not, it's going to use, if you're not trained at all in a hand-to-hand type, you're going to use an action to parry. You can parry a knife or a sword, but it's still going to hurt you. So when you parry a weapon like a sword or a knife, you're actually doing it without any bonuses. And the idea is that, hey, if you do say parry it, you still get hurt, per se. But you parry it without bonuses if it's a sword or an axe or a knife or anything like that. Now, at times, you're going to get certain abilities like a Disarm ability. You're going to possibly be able to Entangle and things like that. And those will have their own bonuses applied to them. So when you choose to disarm a character, you're using an action, obviously, to take the gun out of their hand or to take their sword out of their hand or something along those lines. It's not meant to injure that character, but it's meant to knock the weapon out of their hand, possibly too far away for them to pick it right back up. An entangle is kind of like you're trying to restrain them from doing further harm and attacking somebody. So you can dodge thrown weapons with your bonus. However, if you're trying to dodge gunshots, for example, you're at a -4. This is one of the many situational modifiers of Heroes Unlimited. So these are just some of the different attributes that you get in Heroes Unlimited and Palladium books in general compared to other game systems when it comes to combat. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I will do my best to answer it. And again, if this sounds a little complicated, it's really not once you get into the thick of the game. Within a couple combats or even a couple rounds of combat, you'll understand what's going on. If this is your first time here, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hammer that like button. This was Master the Game. I am Juice. Game on.